Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today I decided to do the smoky eye nude lip combo per the request of a few of my friends who weren't sure how to do a smoky eye look without it looking like they got punched in the face. Hope I'm able to accomplish that for you guys. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you'd like to see more. If you're interested in seeing how I got this look, then please keep watching. So to get started, I'm going to apply some eyeshadow primer, and I forgot to show you guys which eyeshadow primer I'm using here. I'll make sure to write in the description box below all of the makeup that I use for this tutorial so you'll have that as a reference. I'm going to take a fluffy brush in this cream color from my NYX contour palette, and I'm going to start blending that in my upper crease area. And I'm just making sure that I'm keeping that shadow high and I'm flicking it out in the outer corner just to give my eyes an appearance of being more lifted. I have downturned droopy eyes, and so I like doing this technique to make them look less droopy. Now I'm grabbing some of that bronzy color and I'm working that in the upper crease area just like I did with the cream color, but I'm trying to keep it a little bit lower here so that those two colors blend together nicely. And I'm just, again, moving it back and forth in windshield wiper motions and keeping it high on the outer corner and then flicking it out and then bringing it back into the inner corner. I just repeat this over and over again until I get a nice blend. Now I'm grabbing this smaller fluffy brush and I'm going to grab this dark purple in the middle here in this NYX 3-color shadow palette, and I'm going to blend that into my crease, starting in the outer corner again, just like with the browns, flicking it out and then bringing it into my inner corner. So I'm going to keep it lower than the browns, but still keeping it kind of high. So I don't want to be directly on my crease, I want to be right above it. Grabbing this angle brush, I'm going to use some of that light purple shimmery color from the NYX 3-color shadow palette, and I'm going to start packing that in my inner corner and blending it out towards the center of my lid. Using that same angle brush, I'm going to grab some of the black from that NYX 3-color shadow palette, and I'm going to start working that in the center of my lid, starting where I stopped with the light purple shimmery color. And I want to bring that all the way up to my crease and stop there, and then kind of blend it out towards my outer corner. Grabbing this metallic eyeshadow duo by L'Oreal, I'm going to grab that dark midnight black color and this flat liner brush, and I'm going to create a big thick wing on the outer corner of my eye. I'm just going to fill that in and kind of blend it in with the other black, and then also a little bit on my crease towards the center of my eye. So long story short, this is actually a watercolor paintbrush from one of my daughter's painting kits. And no, I'm not kidding. I love using this thing to blend shadow that is dark and I want to keep intense. And it's great for that because the tip is very flexible and fluffy, but it doesn't pick up too much product. And so as you can see here, it's blending really nicely around the edge, but it's still staying dark. A lot of times when I use other blending brushes, I feel like I have to reapply some of the shadow because it picks up too much of it. So now I'm grabbing some gel eyeliner, and this gel eyeliner is by Essence and it's called Midnight in Paris, and I'm going to grab my liner brush and start working on my wing. I have downturned eyes, which makes drawing in winged eyeliner a little tricky. I've had to learn a way to do it that works for my eye shape, because if I don't draw it in with a curve, as soon as I open my eyes, the liner looks crooked. Now it's really hard to explain that in such a short period of time on here, but if you guys are interested in a tutorial about how I do my winged eyeliner specifically, just let me know in the comment section below. After I'm done doing the wing liner, I like to take a makeup wipe and come in and just cut into that wing and the outer edge of my eye where there might be any fallout of eyeshadow or any areas of the liner where I went a little crooked. And I can also reshape the liner this way, make it look more sharp. And I know a lot of people use tape to do this, but the reason I like to use a makeup wipe, especially for this look, is because I can take that wing and I can make it have more of a curve, and tape just gives you a straight clean line, but this gives you a clean curved line. Now I'm going to grab my liquid liner, and this one's by LA Colors, and I'm going to use it to create a really sharp point at the end of my wing. And then after applying my falsies, I'm going to grab that makeup wipe again and use it to pick up any eyeshadow fallout from underneath my eyes. I'm using this face primer stick by Physicians Formula. It's also a color corrector, and I'm going to put that all over my face and then just rub it in with my hands. For foundation, I'm using this Covergirl True Blend Liquid Foundation in the color Natural Ivory, and for my whole face I just used 2 pumps, and I'm going to use this foundation brush to blend that all over my face. Next, I'm using this Mineral Loose Powder by Physicians Formula to set that liquid foundation, and because it is a powder foundation, it gives me an extra layer of coverage as well. For concealer, I'm using this CoverGirl Ready Set Go, and it's going to doubly work as a concealer to cover up dark circles and any discoloration on my face, but also to highlight the areas of my face that I want to bring forward. I'm going to use a makeup sponge to blend that concealer that I put on my face, and I want to be careful to dab it in. I don't want to rub that sponge all over my face, because if I were to do that, it would most likely move or wipe off the foundation underneath. Grabbing my NYX contour palette again, I'm going to grab some of this banana colored powder, and using my loose fluffy brush, I'm going to apply it on all the areas of my face that I put concealer. The reason why I like using this banana colored powder is because it helps to brighten up those areas that I want to highlight. Grabbing my itty bitty concealer brush, I'm going to use some of that highlight color in my NYX contour palette, and I'm going to place that all around my tear ducts to highlight the inner corner of my eyes. Totally flipping the bird here, guys, sorry. Using that dark midnight black from my L'Oreal metallic eyeshadow duo and this flat liner brush, I'm going to pack the black along my lower lash line. This is technically a crease brush, but I'm going to use it to buff out that black along my lower lash line so that it's not so harsh. It's going to help smoke it out, but it's not going to bring the color down too far to where it looks like I have a black eye. It's going to keep it up close to the eye, but still blending it out nicely. Now I'm grabbing some of that dark purple NYX eyeshadow in a small blending brush and just blending that along the lower lash line right underneath the black. Grabbing my NYX contour palette again, I'm going to use some of that bronze color and grab my Faithful watercolor brush turned blending brush, and I'm going to just apply that really lightly underneath the purple, and I'm going to keep working it in just to smoke it out a little bit more. For my bottom lashes, I'm using this mascara by Estee Lauder, and it's called Sumptuous. Alright, time to contour. I'm going to grab my angled fluffy brush and some of that taupey brown from my NYX contour kit, and I'm going to start right above my ear and work my way down along my upper jawbone. And I want to tip the angled brush up towards my eyes. I'm doing this so that that line along my jaw stays really defined. If I were to keep the brush flat, it would blend the brown down underneath that line a little bit, and it wouldn't look as defined or as sharp, and I don't want that to happen. So again, I'm going to tip the brush up as I'm blending it to keep the line underneath defined while also blending it up nicely on my cheek. Now I'm shading along my temples and my hairline, and then I'm going to bring it all the way around and down along my chin. Using my NYX contour palette and another blending brush, I'm going to grab some of that taupey brown and start contouring my nose. And as you can see here, I'm just following the natural bone structure of my nose, but as I get closer to the tip, I'm bringing it in a little bit. And the reason I'm doing that is because, in my opinion, the tip of my nose is a little bit bulbous, and so I just like to make it look a little bit more narrow. And of course, I'll repeat the same step on the other side of my nose. If you want to give the appearance of a shorter nose, you can shade the tip also like I'm doing here. I'm going to use that second highlight color. It's more of a matte than the first, and I'm going to use that same blending brush and blend down the bridge of my nose. Now I'm going to use that first highlight color. It has more of a shimmer to it, and I'm just going to dab it on my finger, and then I'm going to place that right above the tip of my nose. And what that does is it creates the illusion that the bottom of the nose is more lifted. So I guess just making it look like more of a button nose, if that's what you prefer. And because I'm just feeling the shimmer today, I'm going to use this shimmery blush by City Color, and I'm going to apply that to the apples of my cheeks. And as you can see, just using this blush brush to blend it back a bit. Now I'm going to take that first highlight color, the shimmery one, and the other end of my blush brush, and I'm going to shade on top of my cheekbone. And that's just going to help highlight the top of the cheekbone, as well as making the face just look more glowy and shimmery. And I mean, seriously, who doesn't love that? Now I'm taking some more of that highlight color and I'm just shading on top of my brow bone, because why not? I just want to shimmer, guys. I just want to shimmer. Lastly, I'm just going to grab a little bit more of that highlight color and this blending brush, and I'm going to highlight right underneath my eyebrows, and then I'll take a little bit more of it onto my finger and highlight my cupid's bow, so right above my lip there. Alright, time for lips. I'm going to use this lip liner by Essence called In the Nude, and I'm going to line all around my lips. Now, I'm pretty happy with the size of my lips, so I don't really need to overline them, but for the sake of showing you how I do it when I do it, I'm going to overline just the center of my bottom lip. I'm just going to bring it down a little bit and then continue following the natural curve of my lip line. And then the same with the top lip. I'm just going to overdraw the peaks of my lips right where that cupid's bow is, and then follow the natural curve of the rest of my top lip line. Now I'm just going to go ahead and fill in my entire lips with that same lip liner color. For lipstick, I'm going to use this lip color by Essence, and it's called Oh So Matte in the shade 15, I believe. For the last step of this look, I'm going to go in and grab a little bit more of that first highlight color in my NYX contour palette, and I'm going to dab it right in the center of my bottom and top lip, and that's just going to help them look more full and plump. And there you have it. Thanks so much for watching. See you next time.